There's a new activity in Destiny 2 right now called Breach Executable. It's nothing to write home about, just a standard seasonal activity, but the upside is that it can potentially drop a lot of loot. Engrams, Deepsight weapon drops, and actually a bunch of Ascendant alloy. Like, no joke, maybe actually the best alloy farm we've ever had. I'm full up already. But a lot of players out there are missing out on a bunch of loot because they don't know about one somewhat hidden mechanic that the game never really tells you about. Here's the deal. During the Breach Executable activity, you'll be doing your usual song and dance of kill enemies, gather data, and dunk data. Easy enough. Eventually, though, you'll finish up in one area and have to move to a new area, i.e. the second encounter or the boss fight. When this happens, don't immediately rush over to that new area and launch the next part of the encounter. Before you do that, take some time to look around the entire area where you are. What you're looking for is this. It looks slightly different enough than the other Vex pillars in the area, and it has a unique little icon on it. When you found it, run on over to it and interact with it, and you'll bash it with your big planetary piston hammer, a unique item you've probably earned by now by doing all this echo stuff. After you've hit it with your hammer, you're halfway done. Just wait a moment or two, and then a bunch of samples will spawn all over the area. Your goal now is to just run around grabbing literally as many of those samples as you can find. When picking them up, you'll notice that each sample has a weight. If you reach 200 total grams of samples, then at the very end of the mission, you can dunk them all into that little podium off to the right, and that is the extra icing on the loot cake that a lot of players are missing out on. Again, the reason it's so important to look around for it is because if you launch the next part of the encounter before slamming your hammer, the pillar thingy will despawn. The hammer pillar thingy can potentially show up twice. Once at the end of the first encounter, but before you've launched up the second encounter, and then again after the second encounter, but before you've entered the portal and began the boss fight. While there is potential for two hammer pillar thingies to show up, it seems to be rare. Most of the time, I usually find only one. When activated, make things easier on yourself by having a wombo detector mod on your ghost shell. That'll allow you to find nearby samples way easier. You can also throw on a sniper rifle, then ADS your gun to see any samples that are really far away from you. When you're sure you've gathered up every sample you can find, move on to either the second encounter or the boss fight. GG easy. Almost as easy as getting a PC from Starforge, sponsor of today's video. Premium quality and impeccable attention to detail. White glove service at an accessible price point. Every PC of theirs is hand-built in the US of A by experienced builders, and every PC comes with a 2 full-year part and labor warranty. Hit up my link in the pinned comment to learn more. Trust me, you'll be glad you did, and thank you, Starforge. Anyway, spread the word, enjoy your free extra loot. See you next time.